George Michael again on Sports Chat with Neil and Wally.
Use the word jetapult. It's actually a word people don't realize.
Hey, little curveball. Got my fingers on the seams right there. This is Dog Days of Summer. Dog Days of Summer. What is that? Beat up Bulldog Johnny, stole his belt and put it on. Roll across a spidget. A spidget. Everything taken from me. You can go your own way. Playing a little Fleetwood Mac, Wally, you can go your own way. Wally just left me tonight. Just all alone. You can go your own way. No, I'm kidding. Wally's at work. He had to work this weekend, and this is his big Judges weekend. Wally's gambling. Yeah. But anyway, I appreciate everybody tuning in. And that was Fleetwood Mac, by the way. I imagine Wally would have been able to guess that one. He pretty much covers the Fleetwood Mac stuff, and we got a call in, and I know for a fact it's not Bulldog Johnny. Sports Chat with Neil and Wally, you're on the air.
Hey, Neil, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Wally, what's going on, man? I just was talking about you.
Oh, is the show live now?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's great, man. That's great. Well, I hate I'm not there, but I had to call in before Bulldog did. I forgot to ask you one thing.
All right, come on.
What happened to Tommy Fleetwood, man?
Man, Wally, the 18th hole got him. I mean, just nerves.
He is jinxed.
What? Are you going to pick another golfer, or are you staying with him?
I think I might go with Rahm.
He choked worse. John Rahm choked worse than Tommy Fleetwood.
Unbelievable.
Rahm has a 4-shot lead on everybody with 9 holes left in the tournament.
But you know, this is what I was gonna ask you.
All right.
There was no money on the line with those putts. I guess it was just strictly medals.
It was medals.
My question to you is, does that take away from what they normally do?
Well, there was
no money on the line.
There was no huge tournaments this weekend that anybody could be in. Now, there were some smaller tournaments that they could have played in and won some money, but it wasn't like they were missing a major tournament or one of their big sponsors tournaments or anything. No,
Man, it just choked. Unbelievable.
Just choked. And there he is. Hey, Nate's got Tommy on the screen right now holding up his silver medal.
I knew he'd do that. But I was rooting for him. You know, hey, I'm glad the American won, but I'm a big Tommy Fleetwood guy, and I was rooting for him.
That's right.
And,
but Wally, though, you can also look at it like this. Scotty Scheffler was 6 shots behind when he made the turn. He shoots 62 with no bogeys, so he went and won it. He went and did what he had to do. That's why he's ranked the #1 player in the world right there.
That's true. So. Unreal, man. Well, all right. Well, I'll let you go. I know Johnny's probably fighting at the lips to try to get on, but I just had to ask you about my man Fleetwood first thing.
I got you. Well, he had a shot. That's for sure.
Good gracious. Well, man, have a good show. I miss not being there, and I missed you last week.
Yeah.
I guess next Sunday we'll be back in the swing of things.
I think next Sunday we'll both be here. How about that?
All right.
Hey, Wally, we got new microphones tonight, man. You missing out.
Oh, do we? Yeah. Every time I come, there's no nothing. And then you get there, Nate's got satellite stuff.
Oh, it's fancy dancy, man. Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, tell Nate to have the makeup ready next week.
All right. I will, man. Hey, you have a good week, bud.
Y'all have a good show.
See you. Bye. Wally calling in from down south. He's at the Judges Conference. Well, anyway, let's get this party going. It's the August 4th edition of Sports Chat with Neil and Wally, minus Wally tonight, just Neil. And as always, we want to thank you for tuning in to C-Spire Channel 2 or watching on Facebook or YouTube or whatever you're doing. We appreciate you watching ever how you're watching. But Wally is down at Orange Beach. Bless his heart, he's at Orange Beach. He's always at Orange Beach doing some type of. This is his biggest conference of the year, by the way. It's his judges conference, and he has to get there early and prepare the conference center. And like I said, Wally, wish you were here, man. We hadn't done a show together in a month, it feels like, but I do have a couple of guests lined up tonight to help me with the show. First, in a few minutes, we're going to have Coach Don Moore, the head football coach of the Goshen Eagles, and he'll be here for a short interview here in just a little while, and he's going to talk about the upcoming season and preview the season of the Goshen Eagles coming up. And I'm going to tell you, Coach Moore has done an excellent job at Goshen in his first couple of seasons down there, and looking forward to getting him on the set with me here in just a little while. But secondly, Coach Bulldog Johnny will sit in for Wally the second half of the show, and he always brings some interesting topics to the table and interesting points of view, and always a good show lined up when he's on, and looking forward to that, and that's to come. And we'll get it done tonight. But I'm going to tell you, most all of the football programs will get their fall camps started tomorrow if they hadn't already started. And man, it is hot, it is humid, and the boys will be out there getting after it, and you just need to pray for them and keep them hydrated. And you know what just kills me? A few years ago, if you've noticed, these coaches, college, pro, high school, junior high, whatever, they wear these sweatshirts with these hoodies. And they also wear these pullover jackets that have hoodies. What in the world? I mean, I've been meaning to pull one of those coaches aside and say, hey, what's the deal with the hoods and the jackets? And are y'all just showing solidarity because the players are burning up hot in that uniform, so you're trying to make it equal by burning up hot in a sweatshirt or a hoodie or whatever? But I don't know. I need to get one of them and ask them. But it just seems weird that the coaches these days are wearing sweatshirts and hoodies and pullover jackets. It's 97 degrees outside and humid, but I guess it's a solidarity thing that the boys are burning up and sweating gallons, and so they need to be sweating gallons too. I guess if that's it, that's fine with me. I'm all for that because, hey, it's got to be a fraternity. It's got to be a brotherhood, and if it ain't, the locker room will split. So if that's what it is, I'm all for it. But hey, they can wear what they please. It don't matter to me. If they're the coach, they can wear a tank top if they wish. But anyway, we are 3 Friday nights from now on August the 23rd. Charles Henderson will face off against Pike County down in Brundage. And yes, the cement bleachers will have held the heat from the sun from all day, and they'll be scorching hot, and you'll be hot, and you'll be sweating. But you got to go down there and fill up Bulldog Stadium. And that'll get the Trojans off and running for the season, August 23rd. But there's actually a game 2 Friday nights from now. Yeah, you heard me right. 2 Friday nights from now, on August the 16th, there's a football game. The Pike Liberal Arts Patriots will travel over to Skipperville and take on GW Long. Now, the Charles Harrison Brundage game is a jamboree, and the Pike Liberal Arts GW Long game is also a jamboree, but they going to play it. They going to collect money at the gate. They going to pop popcorn. They going to sell cheeseburgers and french fries, and it'll be a Friday night football atmosphere. And on August 16th, Pike Lib takes on GW Long. That will officially kick off the high school football season for our coverage area here at Sports Chat with Neil and Wally. And I know everybody's looking forward to that. C-Spire is going to cover it. The Patriots, they're going to compete in 2A this year on the Alabama High School Football Association. It'll be year 2 for them, and I know they're looking forward to it. And the Patriots, they're going to play in Region 3 in 2A. And Nate, you got that Region 3? There it is right there. And let's see here. I'm just going to run down the row here and do the Neil's prediction. And let's see what we got. Let's see. I like Pike Lib to beat Barber County. I like them to beat Calhoun County. I don't see them beating Goshen. I don't see them beating Highland home. Laverne would be a huge win for them. And Laverne's coming on a new coach this year. Graduated a lot of seniors last year. Laverne would be a big game. They could win that one. And last year, the Zion Chapel game was neck and neck. And I mean, it came down to the wire, to the last game. Lots of controversy in the Zion Chapel Pike Live game last year. I think Pike Live can handle Zion Chapel this year. They got Coy Bell on the offensive line and clogging up the defensive line. That makes a huge difference when you're not throwing the ball all over the field and you're trying to run the ball and you got Coy Bell clogging up the middle. I think Pike Live handles Zion Chapel this year. So with that, if Pike Live can beat Zion Chapel, Calhoun, and Barber County, which they can grab that 4th seed and make the playoffs. I can see that happening. And the Laverne game's going to be tight. I think they'll play Laverne neck and neck. And so we'll see. But I can really see that happening. And we all know once the playoffs start, if you just got to get in. You just got to get in the playoffs. Anything can happen. It's a brand new season when the playoffs start. Everybody is 0-0. It don't matter if you're a 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed, or 4 seed, you get in. But I see Pike Live getting in the 2A Region 3 state playoffs in their 2nd year. And I'm going to call it. That's a heck of an accomplishment. But that's what I see there when I run down the schedule right there. And, I could be wrong. Anything can happen. Calhoun may be better this year. Barber County may be loaded with speedsters. I don't know. We'll see. That's what I see when I look at it is Pike Live getting in the playoffs right there and handling Region 3 and 2A. And, that would be great for that senior class at Pike Live, too. They deserve a playoff berth. They've been through a lot since 7th and 8th grade, and they really, really deserve that. And I'm going to tell you, while I'm doing predictions sitting up here, it's only fair that let's run down the Charles Henderson schedule, too. Now we all know I pull hard for the Trojans. But when I go to predicting stuff, that all goes out the window because I'm a realist when it comes to predictions. So, Nate, you throw that Region 2, 5A up there with Charles Henderson. Let's see here. I believe Andalusia will be down just a bit this year. They're coming from 4A to 5A. It'll take a year or two to transition. I think Charles Henderson handles Andalusia. They play them in Troy. I think the Trojans get revenge over Carroll this year. Over that complete meltdown last year in Ozark. Charles Henderson gets revenge over Carroll. I think Eufaula pays us back this year, though. Charles Henderson's had Eufaula's number the last 2 or 3 or 4 years lately, but I believe Eufaula gets us payback on us this year. Greenville is not the Greenville of old. They're just not the dominant team of the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. The Greenville's not the Greenville of old. That'll be a close game. Greenville will be tight with Charles Henderson. I think Charles Henderson pulls it out in the end. They got Greenville at home, which makes a big difference in high school. I think we beat Headland. They sent their superstar down to Mississippi State. They'll be missing him. They leaned on him really heavy. They threw it to him at least once or twice a series for crucial first downs. He's not there. And he's not there on defense to just dominate from his linebacker position. I think Charles Henderson handles Headland. I don't see us beating Catholic. Now, that's just, there it is right there. But Coach Hambrick's done a wonderful job at Charles Henderson since he took over 4 years ago. And, everybody around town, the talk around town is that this is a rebuilding year. Graduated so many. I think Charles Henderson may be a bit better than the conversation that's going around town. I think you need to give Coach Hambright a little more credit than this is just a rebuilding year. I think he's done a wonderful job. I think Charles Henderson wins more games than the conversation people around town are giving him credit for. We'll see soon because it's coming. It's coming. And I'm not going to get into Goshen's schedule today we got Coach Don Moore coming on in just a minute, and we'll let him preview the season and tell us his thoughts on how he's got things wrapping up this year. And I'm also not going to get into Pike County's schedule either, because we got Coach Bulldog Johnny coming on at about 6:30, and he'll be up here with me, and he's got a clearer vision of what the Pike County Bulldogs are doing down there than everybody else. And there's that. And has everybody been watching the Olympics? I've watched a lot. I've kicked the Braves to the curb. I've been watching the Olympics, but heck, not watching the Braves. They win the last 6 out of 8. The Phillies hit the skids. Maybe I don't need to watch. Who knows? Maybe the Braves do better when O'Neal don't watch. But anyway, getting back to what we were talking about, the Olympics. Today was the golf. I watched it early this morning before church, and the United States, Scotty Scheffler shoots a bogey-free 62 and wins the gold medal, as Wally and I were just talking about on the phone earlier. That's why he's the #1 player in the world right there. Tommy Fleetwood from Great Britain wins the silver. Hideki Matsuyama wins the bronze in golf, and that was fun to watch this morning. The swimming's been outstanding. I love watching the swimming. Lots of medals for the U.S. in the swimming. And man, what about that Katie Ledecky? Just throw those stats up there for Katie. Look at this. This is not made up. This is the top 20 times in the 1,500 meter. Every single time is Katie Ledecky. That is incredible. Thank you, Nate. And Simone Biles, just wow. I mean, she's incredible. She'll go down as the best ever probably. Wins the gold again in the overall. 4 years ago, she has a mental breakdown and couldn't even compete. She makes an incredible comeback, gets out there for the U.S. and gets it done. Again, just an incredible story, Simone Biles. And then Auburn's Suni Lee's up there too. The gymnastics was just fun to watch. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I've kicked the Braves to the curb for 2 weeks. The Olympics are on. They only come on once every 2 years, but it's winter and summer and alternating, and I just love to watch the Olympics. But hey, we need to take our first break of the night, and then we'll get Coach Don Moore up here and get him going on the set for a little live interview. But before we go to commercial, I want to recognize our commercial sponsors real quick. The Old Barn in Goshen, the Market Cafe, Hook's Barbecue, Troy Eye Care, Glow Boutique, Piggly Wigglies of Troy, Turner Mowing, Deep South Apparel, Mama Goldberg's, the UPS Store, Road Mart, Jones Medical Supply, the Alabama Real Estate Connection, Severa, Ralph Baker, Hastings, and Reeves, attorneys at law, Town and Country Flooring, Bill Jackson Ford and Chevy, David Adams Realty, PLS Survey, Southern Animal Hospital and Pet Resort, Crow's Chicken of Brundage, The Corner Restaurant, Max Federal Credit Union, Stowe Cold Heating and Cooling with Mr. Matt Johnson, Sorrell College of Business, The Crease Agency, All-Star Collision, Preston Steakhouse, Alabama Restoration, Double H Ornamental, and Firehouse Subs. We'll take our first break. Coach Don Moore when we come back.
Sweet Grace, unbelievable.
Mr. Neal, is this the guy that does the sports show with you?
Oh no, yes it is.
He was in last week and bought all my Sweet Grace, and now he's back again.
Wow, you got enough he's got enough Sweet Grace at home. Put this stuff back. Man, some good stuff, man. Please come to Glow, on the square, shop local. Come and get you some Sweet Grace before Wally gets it all. 3, 2. Man, what kind of call is that? Are you kidding me? The ball bounced in front of the plate. He's out of there, baby. What in the world? You can't see nothing. I'm over here. What? The ball bounced in front of the plate. Man, he needs to go to Troy Eye Care, 566-7172, and get those eyes checked immediately. Oh, man. Wally, what are you doing at the UPS store? My printer is jammed, man. I got to do 2,000 copies for the Penske file. Well, why even worry with that little bitty printer and print one at a time, man? You're going to run out of ink. Look, UPS store does mass printing. They can print 2,000 or 3,000 copies. Cheap, fast, and efficient. Isn't that right? Yes, sir. I mean, why even mess with it? Come to the UPS store on Brothers Street. UPS store, all your printing needs. Man, I'm out here at Firehouse Subs in Troy, and I ordered me a sandwich on my app. Best sandwiches in town, Firehouse Subs, Troy, Alabama. Wally, what are you doing? What are you doing up here at Firehouse? Bill, they said for a fireman get free subs, man. They don't get free subs. Firemen get discounts. Oh, discounts. But they know you're not a fireman. Yeah. Come on, I ordered on my app. It was super easy. I'll pay for yours. Come on in. What are you doing with the hose? What are you doing with the hose? So nice. Welcome to Firehouse in Troy. Come see them. Best subs in town. Look at all these ladies. This is a beautiful day at the game.
Hey, where did y'all get those shirts?
Oh, they shirts right here?
Yes.
Oh, they really want the shirt. Oh, shoot. Pete Van Horn. Yeah, see, they're Deep South Apparel shirts with Pete Van Horn in Montgomery. All of your t-shirts, apparel, they can print anything. No, Pete Van Horn, Deep South Apparel, Montgomery, Alabama.
These teenage years can be tricky to navigate, especially when it comes to teaching my son about managing money. I'm thankful for helpful tools like Sidekick from Max. With Sidekick, requesting and rewarding money is easy. He can earn it by completing chores, making honor roll, or simply making a request from his own app. I love that I can easily monitor his purchases and set limits to help him learn to make smart choices with his spending, even on video games. Sidekick. Find it in your Max app.
Hey, Wally. Why in the world you got all these fans in the window, man? Man, I was cooking a mess of chitlins and about burned my house down, man. My whole house smells like chitlins. What is it, smoky in there? Yes. And these fans are going to help, I think. The fans are not going to get the smoke damage out of your kitchen. You're going to have to call Alabama Restoration. 371-5591. Alabama Restoration. No mess is too big, especially not a little smoke damage in Wally's kitchen cooking his chitlins. Call them at Alabama Restoration.
Oh, Wally, what are you doing back here?
Oh, I'm steaming the sandwich. That thing's hot now. You can tell it. They serve hot, steamed sub sandwiches here at Mama Goldberg's in Troy, Alabama. And you will burn yourself on that steam. And they got Rice Krispie treats, double doozy chocolate chip cookies, regular chocolate chip cookies, cakes in a cup, chili, potato soup, you name it. Great atmosphere. They have bands on Thursday nights. Come see them at Mama Goldberg's for a hot steam sandwich, Wally. I can tell you, Troy, Alabama. Come see them. Hey, Wally, what's going on, man? You selling your house? Selling my house, Neil. Man, you got to hire professional realtors when you sell it. Wally, you don't even have sales spelled right. Oh, yeah. Correct that. You need to call David Adams Realty for all your selling, your buying, even your rental efforts. 566-3000. Give them a call at David Adams Realty. Oh, Lord. Not that sale. Oh, call David Adams Realty, folks. Welcome back to the show. Coach Don Moore with the Goshen Eagles here. And Coach, thank you so much for
appreciate you having me on.
Taking time to be here. I know you got about 4,000 other things you could be doing, and just I appreciate you taking time to be here. It means a lot.
Yes,
Coach,
sir.
let's start with what's your count as a coach? This will be number what of fall camps of you coaching at any level? This is how many fall camps is this going to be you started?
16, I think.
16. Okay.
Like that.
Okay. So
Yeah, I think
by
it's 16.
retirement standards, you're not right along in the Mendoza line right there. You're a little over halfway, maybe.
That's right. That feels
a little over halfway. According to RSA.
That's right.
Yeah. Man, they go faster and faster the older we get, don't they?
They do.
We were just talking about that off air. You know, it's spring, and then boom, they're starting tomorrow, and getting things going. And Coach, let's start with your seniors.
Okay.
How many seniors are you going to dress this year?
10.
10?
Well, 10 seniors.
Okay. And Coach, I don't think, you know, all the Goshen fans that are out there watching tonight, because we advertised that you were coming on,
yes,
so
sir.
I know all the Goshen people are tuning in and everything, but I don't think it would be a fair interview if we didn't mention Jamar McClure.
Oh, yeah.
And,
I talked to him Friday night.
He's off to college, and there's some big shoes to fill. Well, let me rephrase that. Some fast shoes to fill right there. And
oh, yeah.
And so talk to us a little bit about your backfield. What are their strengths? What after the departure of Jamari? What are the strengths of your new backfield? And also, will it be near the same type of offensive attack this year without Jamari? I mean, y'all ran up some gaudy rushing numbers last year.
Yes, sir. No, sir. The scheme is still going to be the same. You know, you don't replace a guy like Jamari. It's just, you know, he's a generational talent for the people that I've coached. great young man too. Like I said, I talked to him Friday night on FaceTime, and they're there in fall camp, and I was just calling, check on him, see how he's doing. But
and he's down in New Orleans.
yes, sir, he's doing well.
Yep.
But no, we have some other guys, and that's the thing is that, we had Jay McNabb, our quarterback last year. He rushed for over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he sure did.
Samaric Andrews was like knocking on the door. He was at 800 and something, 850, I think maybe. So, and Tyler McClendon had, I think, 500 yards rushing last year, and we didn't use him till later on in the year when it came to that.
Yeah.
So, that's the thing. We got some guys that's going to be just fine for us, And what we're doing is we're taking Jamari's carries basically, and we're going to split it up between those guys. And we're going to, it's going to be running back by committee when it comes to that.
Just by those numbers you were just saying, their experience, they can handle that.
Yes, sir, they do. And we got Josh Terry. He's going to be more of a bruiser back for us this year. He's going to be in there too. So
for that 4th and 1.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we got some guys that we can hand the ball off to and make some good things happen.
And at wide receiver, Coach, talk to us just briefly about your wide receiver core.
Well, I tell you what, I've been hard on those guys since spring. I started kind of coaching them, and we got another guy coaching them now. But it was I felt like that was not them personally, but just us as not using our. I think we relied a little bit too much at times on McClure. And so I told those guys this year that they're going to be more of a weapon than what they have been, and we're going to use the crap out of them.
Okay.
Tyler McClendon is all-county 2 years in a row for wide receiver. He's a phenomenal athlete. Sam Adams is another guy we're going to have. He's 6'4", 205-pound wide receiver.
He'll look good coming off the bus.
Yes, sir, he does. And we got some other guys. Marshall Newsom is a new guy coming on. Jabari Williams is another guy we have. We also got Samaric that can go out there and play it. And we have Jay McNabb that can do it too. And we have Sam Adams that can throw the ball, and Tyler McClendon can throw the ball.
Man, I'm looking forward to it. So
we're planning on using those guys all over the place to, because they also are very experienced. All those guys have been with us since, me and my offense coordinator, Coach Corbin Stewart, since their freshman year.
Right.
So the experience on the field, and they've been starting since they were freshmen. Because we didn't have anything coming out of that COVID year.
Right.
So these guys have a ton of game experience, a ton of leadership ability, and we feel like we can put more on them now. And so I'm excited about our wide receiver core this year. I really am. I think that they're gonna do really good things for us.
And on defense, who's going to be the quarterback on the defense? Who's going to be that thumper? Who's going to take charge on defense? What about your defense?
Yes, sir. Josh Terry's coming in and replacing Christian Simmons on defense as the inside middle linebacker, as the Mike linebacker. But we also still have Landon Chandler right there that, was All-State last year.
Right.
At linebacker, had 155 tackles. So he's there, and Terry played a lot last year. And we also have Samaric Andrews that rolls into that box as well.
Gotcha.
He plays outside linebacker, and we can move him in and play inside linebacker. And like I said, we got a plethora of those guys that can, again, with the experience, we can move them around and be deadly up there. And
that sounds
our
good.
D-lines, I think our D-line is really solid this year. They're very physical. They're very aggressive. They got a lot of experience, so we're looking forward to them being a big anchor for us on defense.
And you kicking, Coach? Your kicker coming back?
Yes, sir. He is going to be a sophomore.
Okay.
And Zion Pickatepste is his name, and that's a name that y'all need to start listening for because he's been big time in Cole's kicking camps. He got invited back this year. So he was a 3-star. He ain't gotten his results back yet, but he hopes to move up. For that, he's getting some looks from Western Kentucky and stuff like that already. So
that's awesome.
He's been working with Scout Taylor Renfro a lot. So he's really put in the time and effort. And I mean, when you see him, you're like, golly, is that all he does is kick? Because he's a good-looking athlete. but that's what he does, and he's
what he
good at it.
excels at.
And he is, and so we're expecting big things out of him this year.
That's awesome. Coach, take a second to speak on the addition of Coach Will Pouncey and what that brings to the table for the Goshen Eagles. I know you are blessed to have him on staff with you. But just speak on that briefly.
It's a huge gift for us. He brings not only a wealth of knowledge of the game, but he also brings a wealth of experience. And being a head coach and having a guy like that that's already been through a lot of different things and won a lot of football games and been in those pressure situations, to kind of have somebody to kind of ask questions about too, or kind of roll things off of his back to see.
He had been at Goshen before at one time.
He
too.
was. We were actually there together.
So, yeah.
That's how we got to know each other and kind of been friends since then. But to have him there and be able to have the experience that he has on he's been a defense coordinator. He called the plays over at Highland Home the last 2 years. And he's ran his own program over there when he was there, and to have a guy like that to pick up the slack, because a lot of times as a head coach, a lot of people don't understand
you get pulled in different directions.
And what all you actually do. It's not all about just coaching ball. And so him knowing those things and being there and taking some of that slack and just doing those things without being told or about being asked is
that's big.
It's huge, and so we're excited to have him there, and we're ready for it.
Coach, Jamboree on the 23rd with Geneva.
Yes, sir.
Then you step right into pretty tough region play. Speak to us a little about the schedule, how it sets up for y'all this year, moving forward, and the journey for the playoffs.
Right. With our schedule, I think it sets up well for us. I really do. It was actually kind of hard to find non-region games. That's the price of when you win, and
that is the price.
People don't want to play.
That's right.
And it's a good thing. It's a good problem to have, but it is a problem. It's a problem. So we have Geneva, which is a 4A, a Jamboree at home, and then we turn around and play ACA out of Montgomery at home, which is another 4A. I think I'm pretty sure they are. And then we start region play, and fourth game is Highland Home at Highland Home. So that's going to be a big one.
It's huge.
It is, and they got a ton of experience back. They got 18, 19 seniors
Division I
returning.
recruits.
Oh yeah, they're falling off the doors over there. But that's a big game for us. They know it too. Our guys are experienced, and our guys are. They've gotten us the last couple of years. We had them on the ropes a little bit there last year. So we hope to better ourselves a little bit more than what we have. And then, our region stacks up decent. I mean, we got some new foes in there. We got some other people we played before. So, as far as that goes, we kind of know what we're expecting. Everybody's going to give us their best game. And then, we play Elba is another non-region game. And then we get a bye week before we play. We have Pike Live on senior night, then we get a bye week, and we play Laverne, which is going to be, another big game for us. We got to go to them again, and then we end up with Strawn, so another bigger classification.
Tough schedule, Coach.
It is. It's but it's challenging and exciting, and that's what we need.
Prepare you for the postseason.
The expectation last year was to get in the playoffs and to host a region game. That was our goals. We achieved those goals. We were one play away from advancing. This kind of way it falls, And then, so this year is not that. This year is more than that. It's more than just getting the playoffs and win a game. Our goals are a lot higher than that.
That's nice. That's nice. Folks, Coach Don Moore with the Goshen Eagles. Coach, again, thank you for taking time to be here on Sports Chat. And Wally and I wish the Goshen Eagles a wonderful year. And
yes, sir.
And appreciate you being here. And just keep everybody healthy in fall camp and all oars in the water.
Yes, sir. That's it.
I appreciate it, Coach. Thank you very much. We'll be right back, folks.
Hey, what you guys out here in this field for? Neil, I finally bought a brand new boat. A boat, man. Show it to me. Look at that. What? Got it on Facebook. Facebook? Yes, sir. The USS Alabama? Yes, I got to get some insurance. Man, you're going to need to call the Grease Agency. They sell insurance on everything. How you going to get it back to Troy? You got a trailer, don't you? I don't got a trailer. I hope you didn't buy any beachfront property in Arizona on Facebook. Call Grease Agency for all your insurance needs. Jason, how you doing, man?
Neil.
Wally, what are you doing at Jones Medical Supply?
I can't sleep at night, man. I had to come see Jason.
Well, if your sleep doctor said you needed a CPAP, you come to the right place. Jason Jones at Jones Medical Supply will fix you up. Does that thing fit right?
Yeah.
Good deal. This is like the Snuffleupagus. Give Jason Jones a call. Jones Medical Supply, 566-1002.
Look at this, what we got, Sully. What are you doing, Wally? Man, game warden gave me a ticket, Bill.
Game warden gave you a ticket. Are you hunting on the right property?
Well, I thought this was my property right here, man.
Do you know where the lines are?
Not really.
Man, you need to contact the PLS group. They do all the land surveying you need. If you're building a house, building property, marking property, you're hunting land so you know where to go. PLS group, 403-4234. Give them a call.
Do I get a get out of jail free card?
No, you don't get a get out of jail free card.
Man, what in the world? You just ain't T-bone me right here. What in the hell? Playing with fidget spinner?
Wally, did you have a wreck?
Mr. Wally.
Man, this girl right here is playing with this fidget spinner, texting on the phone and T-bone me right here in the parking lot. I was about to go pay my speeding ticket.
Right here at the police station?
Yeah.
Well, luckily at the police station, we can just call All-Star Collision, 808-8822. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry. Can I have the fidget spinner back?
Yeah, you can have
Please,
it.
Mr. Wally.
All
Thank
she's
you.
worried about is a fidget spinner. Call All-Star Collision for all your accidents. 808-8822.
You gained donut?
Oh man, what a nice day with the windows down. Yeah, cruising right along, man. Just running around Troy.
Hey man, what's that smell?
What do you mean? That's Hook's Barbecue, man.
Oh,
Don't
that's
you smell
Hook?
it? Hook's.
Oh, I'm going to Hooks, brother.
Oh my God, hold on. Good Lord, what in the world?
Hooks, baby.
Good Lord, help us all. He about killed us. Good gracious. We're out here at this lovely pond with the Alabama Real Estate Connection crew. They can hook you up all types of land, recreational sports, ponds, and everything. We're fishing to catch us a big old brim.
I got one, Wally.
Yeah, what if you want something other than just a fishing pond?
Well, if you're looking for hunting land, the Alabama Real Estate Connection will help you with all your hunting land needs too. Here, the agent's right here. They'll hook you up with your hunting land.
Call us.
Make sure you contact the Alabama Real Estate Connection for all your real estate needs. Look at these fine agents right here. All your real estate needs. They can find anything for you, maybe even a Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Man, what are you doing up here at the market? Are you trying to feed the whole family?
Feed the whole family.
Well, do they got spaghetti?
They got spaghetti, bacon with ham.
Do they have poppy seed chicken?
They got poppy seed chicken right here.
Is that a bag of Ritz crackers on top of the poppy seed chicken?
It is, Bill, and got some rolls.
Got the roll? What about to drink?
Oh, got that bottle of Francesca's wine.
Moscato and rosé? What if you wanted a cold beer?
Well,
They got that too?
We got that too, Bill.
What about a little dessert? Wait a minute, is this camp stew? Are you kidding me?
Everything.
Is this a fresh salad? A fresh turkey salad and a fresh chicken salad? Got side salads too? Everything you could ever imagine. Just grab it, go home, warm it up for the family. Easy peasy. Everybody eats good. Visit the market on the square in Troy.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Steve Perry Journey, man. Come
right.
on. I saw them twice. a
I
couple
know
years ago.
I played that right there because the other day I was watching America's Got Talent. I don't know if any of y'all ever watch America's Got Talent, but there was this janitor from Pennsylvania where he was from there. Richard Goodall gets up there, sings that song,
Sounds
and sounds just like Steve Perry.
He did. I saw.
And got the golden buzzer.
I saw the clip, but hey, welcome to the show, Coach Bulldog Johnny. Always glad to have you, man, here this evening
Yep.
and helping me out while Wally's out.
That's right. When Wally's out, he always got to have what's the old saying about the Ghostbusters? Who you gonna call Ghostbusters when you in need? Who you gonna call? Coach Bulldog.
Coach
That's right.
Bulldog, that's right, man. Man, we got a lot to cover tonight and a short time to get there. We ain't got but 21 minutes left in the show, man. But man, wasn't that a great interview with Coach Moore from Goshen? And he's always gracious enough to come on when I show him. What'd you think about Coach Moore?
It was a great interview. I mean, he's got a real good insight on it. Been doing that for 16 years or longer.
Yep.
And I tell you, Goshen's got a good rebuilding squad coming back for this year. They got to replace McClure, and hey, I'm telling you, they might have a legit chance of finishing first in their region this year.
I tell you what, and before we get any further, we forgot to do the Facebook funnies.
All right,
So
let's
run
hit
it.
it.
Nate, if you still got those queued up, okay. My fidget spinner growing up.
Zip code 33.
What
I
about
tell
you ever use a zip code 33?
I used one a couple of times like that. I tell you, I know a neighbor of mine caught a big bass off one of them zip codes and
Yes,
said
sir.
had that thing smoking.
There you go. That's a good one right there. It's cut off.
Out of the
Nate.
corner
Out
of my eye, I catch our newest lube tech checking a tire for a leak. And he's spraying.
Well, that ain't quite on the rim there, is it?
No, it ain't. It's on the tire itself.
Remember when air was free, and
Yep.
now it's $1.75? Do you know why?
Inflation.
Inflation.
Some places now you pay $2 and a half.
Because air inflates the tire.
Yeah.
Inflation.
Yep.
All right, we got those out of the way. Hey, man, let's just get right to it right here.
Yeah.
The Troy Dixie Darlings went to the World Series and won the entire thing. There they are, right there. And just incredible run by Coach Anthony Dixon and his crew of Dixie Darlings, man. What do you think about them?
That's right. You know, they never lost a game in that World Series, and that is hard to do, not to lose a game, go perfect the entire throughout bracket play. You know,
Yeah.
you got pool play, then you got championship play, just like it is at a regular 7-on-7
That's
tournament
crazy,
for
man.
football.
That's
Yeah.
right.
They outscored their opponents by a whopping, check this out, 38-6. That's a foot.
That's a
If a team could do that, a lot of football teams, if they scored 38 points and gave up 6 on the season, they're guaranteed win a state championship like
You
that.
got it, man.
While they were in Virginia, the girls played well in the semis. Against North Carolina, Collins Fulmer went 2 for 2 with 2 runs, and Kinsley Wallace went 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run. Andy Smith pitched all 5 innings for Troy. Troy defeated South Carolina in the title game by a score of 9-2. Cox led Troy at the plate with going 3 for 3 with 2 doubles, 2 RBI, 3 runs, and Kinsley Wallace went 2 for 3 with 2 runs. Brooklyn Sasser went 3 for 3 with a double and 2 runs. Kinsley Wallace again went 4 for 5 in the final 2 games huge for the Dixie Darlings. When you go 4 for 5 and your name is on the 3 different times, hey, I tell you what, that is pizza worthy. I'm gonna pop Wally's bell for him tonight. He might break my fingers next time messing with his bell. But
the tournament's on the line in the semifinals and the finals, and Miss Wallace goes 4 for 5.
Yep.
I mean, that's clutch. That's clutch
who was
right
that?
there.
They was one of them, wasn't it? One of them in boys play. We was talking about travel ball. Went what, 5 for 5 or something like that.
Yep. Well, Kinsley, you're the Marco's Pizza Player of the Week, and you get a large one-topping pizza. And congratulations
you can't never
on
go
that.
wrong with Marco, 'cause they good.
Congratulations on that Marco's Pizza, and keep hitting those softballs, Kinsley. And hey, jumping over to Enterprise High School, we had a tennis commitment, Bulldog.
Yeah.
And Trip Rasco has committed to play tennis for Huntington in Montgomery, and hey, that's a big deal for Mr. Rasco. Nice job.
Been to their college. They got a nice college.
They do.
And Neil, here is the biggest news of the week. And
No
Neil
doubt.
is always talking about that he wishes when these players sign at other schools, he wishes they would come home to play at Troy. Well, Neil,
Get it.
you get another bell ring
I
because
like
you
it.
finally get what you've been asking for.
That's
Former
right.
Pike Lib standout Drew Nelson, there he is on the screen there, who played with Auburn last year, is coming home to play for Troy University.
That's
I tell
right.
you what, Coach, I forget the Coach Schuyler meeting him got a big thing out of that with him coming back.
They
What you think
did,
about
man.
that?
And the entire community was just ecstatic when that hit the waves that he was coming home to pitch for the Trojans. And everyone is excited to see Drew pitch for the Trojans. And the whole community jumped behind that. And you're exactly right.
Yep.
I love to see these local kids do big things, but I just wish that they could all play for Troy. And I know that can't happen.
Yep.
But anyway, congratulations, Drew, on that. And skipping over to Charles Henderson real quick, they named their basketball court after their legendary basketball coach, Coach Carl Hollis, this week. And that's well-deserved. Coach Hollis is a legend in basketball over at Charles Henderson.
That's right, and he's a pastor at County Line Baptist Church, which a lot of the Pike County faithful, talking about fans and people go to. So I'm pretty sure they're pretty ecstatic about that too.
And let's take a break right here. We need to get a commercial in real quick, and we'll be right back. Johnny's got some Troy softball news. I've been using Double H ornamental for all my weed spraying and all my pesticides, and you can see the difference between a yard that's got this in it and a yard that doesn't have anything in it. Wally, what are you doing with that tank spray? Man, what are you spilled all the chemicals everywhere. Good Lord, chemicals are everywhere, man. You got a backpack sprayer and now you done hurt your back?
Well, I tried to use that thing, but it's all broke.
The spreader's broke?
Broke.
Double H ornamental. You see this pretty grass? Give them a call. 472-4907. Double H ornamental. Put this in your yard.
Dadgummit, man.
What's going on, Wally? What's wrong with that thing?
Oh, Neil, Dad, my gum, man. I can't cut grass. I can't have nothing anymore.
Is it broke? I mean,
I don't know.
What
I
chopped it all up over there.
Yeah, pretty brutal. What I should have done was called Blake Turner with Turner Mowing at 334-465-0600, and I wouldn't be in this predicament
Look
right
at
here.
this. Best rates in town. Call Blake Turner. He'll give you a low quote. He'll give you the best job. Man, what's that noise? What are you doing with that air conditioner heating unit?
Neil, my air conditioner went out last night, and I'll tell you what, I watch YouTube, and I know how to do all this stuff now.
You heard, Wally, this could be really dangerous, man. You need to call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling. 268-0917. Licensed, insured, and bonded. You need to call Matt Johnson, Wally.
Hey, Neil, what does this red thing do?
Don't pull on the red wire. That could be dangerous, man. What'd you do? Don't pull on that red wire. Good gravy. Now you've done it. Call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling. Wally, what are you doing with that hoe?
Neil, with inflation and the price of groceries, I decided to build my own garden, brother.
Wait a minute. Number one, this ain't even your property. This is Mr. James Sparrow's property. You live across the street. And second, the HOA rules you can't have a garden. Prices are not that bad at the Piggly Wiggly. Come on, let me show you. Come on with me. Now look, greens, peaches, collards, look over here. Apples, fruit, veggies, all here at Piggly Wiggly in Troy. And also the best meat selection in Troy, right here at Piggly Wiggly. 2 locations in Troy, Alabama. And also the most important thing, you're shopping local. Come see them at the Piggly Wigglies in Troy, Alabama.
You know this guy?
Yeah, I know. Ollie, what are you doing, man? What in the world?
Nice Bronco.
Why are you hugging the Bronco at Bill Jackson Ford?
Because I want a Bronco, brother.
Are you going to buy it?
Yeah, I think so.
Jeez. Well, you can't just be out here hugging vehicles. You got to talk to the salespeople. What are you doing?
Kicking the tire. You know they say you got to kick the tire before you buy a new one.
Kick the tires. Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama. Also, Bill Jackson Chevrolet across the street. Hey, they got new vehicles on the lot. Come see them. Man, I'm up here at Southern Grill and Patio. Look at all these big green eggs, all these accessories, man. It's all you want with the big green eggs. Wally!
Neil, look at the size of this big old green egg here, man. Look at this thing.
That's a big old green egg. You can't get a green egg that big unless you're a platinum green egg dealer like they are at Southern Grill and Patio. Check out this new store up here on Grundy Street, right next to Troy Cable, along with Town and Country. Come visit the new store, the new layout. Look at all these big green egg accessories over here. Come see them at the new location on Grundy Street. Get you a big green egg, because I'm going to get me one.
And Wally always got the guy that always got a. I know he's watching. Wally
Who is this, Bulldog? You got to guess like Wally.
I don't know this one. I've never heard this one, to be honest with you. I've never heard this one. I'm a music person, but I've never heard this one.
That's Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah,
Okay, that's right.
yeah,
I've heard the Dreams one, but
Now, I know, Nate. I know it's a lot. Because I get on to Wally about playing live versions too. But
well, they always say the live version is not don't sound the same as studio version a lot of times.
Tell us about some Troy softball, man.
Okay, so Troy landed something pretty big this week themselves. Former Auburn star softball player who was playing for Auburn back when they played Oklahoma in the College World Series, Emily Carasoni has taken an assistant coaching job with Troy softball. Neil,
that is big.
What do you think that's going to do for the Troy program?
I saw that, and let me tell you, Bulldog, I thought about that, and that right there, that right there, that to me, that is your coach in waiting.
Yep.
Right there. Now listen, I hope Coach Newell sets the world on fire. I hope Troy softball wins every game. I'm pulling for them. But if they don't, I can see Emily Carasoni being the next head coach for Troy softball. Doesn't it look like that's the writing on the wall?
I think so too, and I'm telling you, she'll take Troy softball places. Trust me.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk some Pike County athletics, Bulldog. That's your specialty. Before we get into football, and you know, they've broke ground on the softball facilities and across the street from the school. There are also talks of an artificial field. There, look at that. Good job, Nate.
Yep.
And tell us about these projects that are going.
Well, right across the street where for those of y'all that live in Brundage know the place I'm talking about. It used to be there for years. The old junior food store right across from the school is where the new softball and baseball complex is going to be. It's going to be a real
nice.
Going to be real nice. I'm telling you, they've been going. You can see them going through there just about every day, going through there. And they're supposed to. There is talks within the football thing about getting some artificial turf sometime soon. Probably not this year, but maybe within the next few years. We're talking about getting some artificial turf. And since Coach Moore was on here earlier, I want to make a pledge tonight. I know the person watching, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for this tomorrow at practice, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Coach Hurt, come and be on the Sports Chat with Neil and Wally show and talk about the upcoming season.
Come on, Coach.
One Sunday before the Charles Henderson game, which I'll be back on here the 18th to talk about the Charles Henderson Pike County game and the upcoming Pike County season at that.
Now let me just get this. I have not approached Coach Hurts yet, but I was going to.
Yeah.
And he'll probably come on. Come on. Coach, I know you're coming back on the 18th, and you're going to talk about Pike County football in the upcoming season. So let's don't get too deep into that tonight. But just give us a brief, quick synopsis of what the Bulldog fans are to expect from the 2024 Pike County football team.
For one thing, you can expect. And you know, last year you talked about it with Coach Hurt on the coaches show last year. This will be probably the biggest. I had to go back and research this. And Chip Wallace, I know you watch it, so help me out on this. This will probably be the biggest senior class in the history of Pike County football that they've ever had. Probably with, I know it ain't gonna be 20 seniors because we've had a couple that decided they wasn't gonna play their senior year. So for they're one of them that we had the receiver last year. He wasn't in physical shape. He was doing other stuff, and he's wanting to go to college. So he just decided he would take college on for that. So what you can expect from the 2024 team for Pike County is, well, we're going to have be under a new different scheme this year. We've got
new offense coordinator.
We've got wristband. We brought the wristbands back that we had several years ago. Where the players got a new way of. It's in the. If you've seen episode 3, which come out Friday of Heat Heart Hustle, you'll see what we're talking about the new play calling system. Nate narrates that part about it in there about the new way they call the plays on the wristbands. And I'm gonna tell you something. I've been around since. These boys since we started in May with spring practice, but I'm going to tell you something. I've never seen a fire lit under these boys like I have the last few months, given the fact that, you know, when tragedy befell the school a few months back, when the beloved Pike County High School teacher, Miss Minton, lost her life in a car accident, I have never seen a group of boys rally
come together
like they have and have come together. And I've got a good feeling the way they have been practicing the last few weeks, there ain't nothing gonna stop them from probably making a run at the 4A title this year.
All right. Well, on that note, let's take another commercial break, and we'll be right back.
That's right.
Going on? Well, I'm just here waiting for them to open up to eat one of these award-winning steaks and cheese biscuits and stuff.
Well, the law's on the way. What? Well, it was some suspicious activity. They don't open till 4 o'clock on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and they open for lunch after church on Sunday. One of the best meals you can get after church, too, I promise you. We got to get out of here. The law's on the way. But you come to the old barn for those fresh cheese biscuits.
Oh, Neil Armstrong.
What's wrong, man?
I'm ready to get this easy dump commercial over with, buddy.
Oh, my gracious. You've been drinking on that?
Yes.
Oh, gracious.
Man, look at this, Neil.
See, that's all you got to do is call Easy Dump. They bring the trailer to your house or to your facility
If you're remodeling, just 234-282-6078. Got these nice ramps if you want to roll something up in there. Easy dump. Give them a call. They'll bring it to you, and they'll haul it off. Hey, what are you doing, man? What in the world? What's happening? Unbelievable. Back up. Back up. Put it in reverse. Put it in reverse. I need a mechanic. Unbelievable. What have you done in there that caused all that smoke? I watched a YouTube video. Unbelievable. You got to take the thing to Road Mart where they know how to fix vehicles, a mechanic. Take the vehicle to Road Mart on 231 North. Don't be like Terry. I meant Wally. 566-3413. Road Mart, 231 North in Troy. It's so good to be back at Preston. I'm so hungry. I'm hungry too. You ready? What are you doing? Kelly Tater. What are you doing? Wally, that's somebody's food.
What kind of nut are you?
I'm so sorry. He gets in a trance when we come to Preston. I apologize. He is a nut job. Hey, snap out of it, man. Oh, that's not yours. Oh, where Preston's on? Come out to Preston's and get your own Kelly Tater. Wally, what are you doing in the surgery room at Southern Animal Hospital? Resort. I'm about to circumcise this dog. Man, don't circumcise that dog. Let Dr. Steve Barron help you with the spade and neuter process. Give him a call. Southern Animal Pet Hospital Resort, 770-1838. You got to be a medical professional and board certified to perform these kind of dog procedures on surgery. Give him a call. Southern Animal Pet Hospital Resort. Gum, I'm about to starve. Neil told me to meet him at the corner. He must be bringing potted meat and cheese. Menu on this thing, man. I'm going with the pimento cheeseburger, brother. You are? I'm going with the bougie burger. Or how about the 3-notch wing basket? Well, hey, I'm changing my mind. I'm going with the Trojan burger, brother. How about the loaded house fries for an appetizer? Woo, man, I don't know what I'm going to get. And I heard that the buns on all the burgers are special. You gotta give them a try. Meet us at the corner for lunch.
Def Leppard, the
Wally.
one-armed drummer.
Yeah. Wally's probably, I can see Wally now, his face turning completely red after that, because I played some Def Leppard. He wasn't here to hear it, but put some sugar on me. A friend of mine used to have that as a ringtone on his phone.
That's it, man. Hey, let's move on real quick. We only got a few minutes left. College football, they expanded the playoffs, Johnny. 12 teams make it this year. Give me your thoughts on the expansion, and give me your thoughts on if anyone besides the Big Four can make it to the Final Four out of those 12. And when I say Big Four, I'm speaking Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, and Texas.
Well, in the 12, being that it's a 12-team playoff now, people actually think that it's the top 12 teams in the ranking are going to get in, but that's not true. It's the 12th team that gets into the playoff is the highest ranked group of 5, which is going to be somebody like a Troy or Jacksonville State, somebody like that who's ever ranked in that spot. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Do I think anybody out of the Big Four is gonna get in there? It's tough to say to make it out of the Final Four, but everybody's trying to write Alabama off, of not making it, of having 4 losses, not making the playoff. But I don't see that happening. I just don't see that happening. But it wouldn't surprise me if somebody out of the Big Four, like Florida State or somebody like that, make it into the Final Four. I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
I'm going to tell you, I've already predicted here on the show that I really like Oklahoma this year. I think Venables is a heck of a coach. I think he'll have them right in the thick of it. And tell me this, and I'm going to say these 3 teams. Tell me if you think these 3 teams could rebound this year and get back in the mix, Johnny. Clemson, Florida State, and Auburn. Them 3. Which one of those 3, or all 3, or any of them?
Florida State, I think, can rebound because they got former Clemson quarterback and former Oregon State quarterback who hit the transfer portal, DJ.
Angalele.
I'm not going to pronounce his last name because I'll butcher it worse than anybody else will butcher it, but I think Florida State can.
Can Dabo put Clemson back up in there without utilizing the transfer portal? Because they don't utilize it.
No. Because it's done showed his last several years when since the transfer portal become a hot commodity, Clemson ain't really been that good of a team.
Venables,
but I'm thinking Florida State's going to have,
without Venables. Okay, can Hugh Freeze parlay all these big time recruits to wins on the field this year?
from their spring game. I really think they can, and I'm going to tell you why. Because they got a kicker that in the spring game kicked one about 60 yards, and I saw that on the spring game. So Auburn's going to turn some heads this year in the SEC. I wouldn't be a bit surprised on that.
Bulldog, we're down to about 12, 15, 16 seconds left in the show. I want to thank you for coming on and helping me out tonight with Wally. And here's the Olympics right here. And we didn't get around to the Olympics, but, man, they've been great, and I'm going to continue to watch them. We'll see you next week, Bulldog.
My prediction is going to be the two American women's teams make the gold medal game.
See you.